Well, let's talk to Itai Choto, who's a political analyst with expertise in trade, investment and international affairs. He joins us now live from Birmingham. Welcome to TRT World. Well, Robert Mugabe casts a long shadow, doesn't he? I mean, does anyone care any longer?
Absolutely. Although he's not contesting the election, he's an absolutely key figure. If you look at some of the key provinces in Zimbabwe, if you look at Mashonaland West, Mashonaland Central, those are absolutely pivotal for you carrying the vote and going into State House. So in as much as he's in post-retirement, he's absolutely a key figure in these elections. And we should be wary that there are those people that still are loyal to him up until now within the civil service, within the party, ZANU-PF party. So he's absolutely a key figure in these elections. Make no mistakes about that.
How do you read the next 24 hours? What are the chances that there will be an upset in this election?
If the elections are going to be free, fair and credible, Jamie, I cannot see any path for victory for the incumbent. I absolutely do not see that. There's an aura of change in Zimbabwe right now, and the Zimbabweans are clamoring for change. If the opposition campaigns to go anything by in terms of numbers, if those numbers can be translated into votes, then it's a clear victory to State House for Chamisa.
Can Mnangagwa really represent change after all? He's been part of the political furniture for almost a generation, hasn't he?
He has. He's a career politician. He's been in politics for, well, in the independent Zimbabwe for about 38 years. He's been one of the central figures in politics there. His cabinet, when he was installed as president, certainly does not signal that there's a change in policy or a change in direction. In the last 7 months, I think he's failed to enact change that gives people hope, that help to rehabilitate the country after almost 38 years of decay. So it's very difficult for a voter to see that. So I can appreciate the skepticism that is around the country and around any voter.
Tell us about Nelson Chamisa, because few people will know of him. What can you tell us about him and what he represents?
Nelson Chamisa, I think, as you would probably know, he's been in the opposition since 1999, when the opposition started. He was in the student movements again, protesting against government, protesting against the ZANU-PF government. What people in Zimbabwe, what people need to know, what people in Zimbabwe right now are clamoring for is change. What people in Zimbabwe want is hope, and that is what he does. This is no endorsement of me from me, sorry. But he represents that change. He's certainly charismatic, but whether he's pragmatic, I certainly very skeptical about that, about his pragmatism. If you look at the manifesto, it has a lot of loopholes. But what people in Zimbabwe right now want is change. And this is a man who's saying to them, I can bring that change. This is a brand new face. Remember that he is the youngest ever presidential candidate in an election in Zimbabwe. He's only about 40 years old, so very young, very charismatic. He's good on the pulpit. And he's doing the sound bites. He's saying the things that people want to hear.
Itai Choto in Birmingham. Good to talk to you. Thank you very much for your time.